has come and gone. The eclipse has, but scientists will be poring over the data for years to come. If somehow you were unable to catch it, we've got you covered with this incredible video taken from 35,000 feet in the air. Check it out.
Look at those prominences. You can see them with your naked eye. This chromosphere. Oh, there's a flare. Look at that diamond ring. Look at that. Oh, my God. Diamond ring. Ah, look at that. Oh, my God.
Bunch of scientists on board an Alaska Airlines flight there gave us that video. Joining us now, Dr. Jeffrey Bennett, an astrophysicist who has now witnessed 5 total solar eclipses. He's also created an app that will map out the next 5. We'll get to the app in a minute, Doctor, but aren't you a little bored after 5 total solar eclipses?
Oh, every one is more spectacular than the last one. They're just so amazing to see, and each time you can pick out a few new details. And this one was the clearest skies I've ever had, so it was phenomenal.
You were up in Boise, Idaho for this one?
I was in Idaho Falls, Idaho.
And the data that we're getting from this, again, it's the kind of stuff that you can't get from a day-to-day examination of the sun.
That's correct, because normally you cannot see the sun's outer atmospheric corona because it's too faint compared to the main disk of the sun. But there's all kinds of great things that you can see when the sun is covered up.
I know that, you know, people can be a little jaded, but I was out on the streets of New York yesterday, and people were so excited. Thousands, I don't know, maybe 1 million people out just trying to catch a glimpse of this thing. There's one of the pictures that I took just across the street from our studios. You couldn't even drive in the traffic lanes alongside the curb because there were so many people spilling off the sidewalks. What do you hope people take away from this event?
Well, there's several things I hope people take away. I mean, first of all, think if this had happened, particularly for those on the path of totality where it became dark in the middle of the day, think how this must have felt to our ancestors who didn't know these things were coming. And you can understand why these events scared people and they created superstitions and myths about them throughout human history. And today, through science, we can predict them centuries in advance. So I hope people will take a greater appreciation of science from that they will use that to inspire kids to study science and to pay more attention in school in every subject. And I think for those of us who are out on the path of totality in particular, it really reminds you that in an era when there seems to be a lot of divisiveness among human beings, that we really do all share this amazing world where these incredible things can happen. And hopefully it will help people think maybe we should put aside our differences and focus more on working together, on education, on science, and building a better world for our kids and our grandkids. I
know that inspiring kids is a big part of what you want to do. Big Kids Science is where people can download the app?
Yep, you can just go to the App Store and download Totality by Big Kids Science, or you can go to bigkidscience.com and you'll find links to the app as well as lots of other scientific information, including links to a great program I'll tell you about called Storytime from Space, that was started by an astronaut, Alvin Drew, and a woman named Patricia Tribe, and they were both with us in Idaho Falls. And if you go to storytimefromspace.com, you'll watch astronauts on the International Space Station reading stories to children down here on Earth.
Dr. Jeffrey Bennett. Dr. Bennett, thank you.
Thank you so much.